Yesterday, we talked about finding sunscreens without harmful chemicals in them. Today, we're talking about skin cancer, what causes it, and the things you can do to protect yourself. Joining us is Dr. Paul Stanislaw, facial plastic surgeon, St. Francis Hospital and Medical Center. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
All right, so the rays, UV rays, you've heard about them for years. What makes them so bad?
The ultraviolet light passes through your skin, it hits the cells at the bottom of your skin, and it causes genetic changes to those skin cells. And what happens is, over time, the genetic changes add up, and eventually it becomes a precancerous lesion, and then eventually it becomes a cancerous lesion.
Okay.
So it's just a chronic exposure to ultraviolet light.
Now, obviously, we talked yesterday about putting on sunscreen. We'll talk a little bit about it now. What's the difference between sunscreen and sunblock?
Sunscreens work by a chemical change that happens. Ultraviolet light hits the molecule, it changes the molecule, and that's how the ultraviolet light is absorbed. A sunblock is actually a mechanical block, so it's like putting on a shirt. So zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, what happens is the light hits that molecule, that mineral, and it reflects it in black, and it bounces off. The zinc and the titanium dioxide is much safer. I mean, they use titanium dioxide in food products. Zinc is an essential mineral, so it's very safe for us to be exposed to, as opposed to the sunscreens. There was a recent study that showed that 90% of people who use the sunscreens actually had it in their blood. Now, we don't know the significance of it. We don't know if it's dangerous or not, but it still makes you think, why are we doing that?
It seems like every year at around May, people start wondering, what is the deal with the SPF? What is too much? What is too little? Does it matter? Am I wasting money on a high SPF? Break it down for us. The
SPF is just it's an arbitrary measuring of how long it takes for you to get a sunburn. So if it takes you 10 times longer to get a sunburn, it's an SPF 10. If it takes you 30 times longer, it's an SPF 30. So if you're wearing a sunblock that doesn't give you a broad spectrum coverage, you'll wear that sunblock and you won't get the sunburn. The sunburn's your evolutionary warning sign to tell you get out of the sun, right? You get a sunburn, you know, I'm getting too much. You take that away from you and you stay out in the sun longer. So you're getting all the ultraviolet light that causes skin cancer and wrinkles and pigmentation, but you think that you're doing okay. So you need something that's broad spectrum, and there's no government control on what broad spectrum means. It's like light beer. So zinc and the titanium dioxide give you the broadest spectrum that there is. So the higher the percentage, so if you have 9% or higher of zinc or titanium dioxide, that you're getting a very broad spectrum and you're getting the broadest coverage.
In your comparison to light beer, it's really more of an advertising as opposed to a medical thing.
Well, that's exactly it. People come into me all the time and say, well, my makeup has got an SPF or my moisturizer got an SPF. All that is marketing to get you to buy the product. It's better than nothing, but it's not protecting you the way you think it is.
So in some, you're at the counter at the drugstore or at Costco or wherever. What should you look for? What should you buy?
You got to turn it over, read the tiny, tiny print and see zinc, look for zinc or titanium, and it's rare. You're going to have to pick up 20 bottles to find zinc or titanium dioxide. You want it 9% or greater. And it might cost you a little bit more, but it's well worth that investment.
It's well worth the investment, no offense, so that you don't have to go visit you for severe surgeries down the line.
Correct.
I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Very, very important information. Obviously, it is July. People have been out in the sun already, but it's never too late to protect yourself.
Absolutely.